All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. Boy, I can tell you the hypocrisy is real. Look at this crap that Latitia James and this corrupt Judge Ngoron, aka Judge Moron, has been trying to do to Donald Trump. Time he's been overvaluing his properties, tried to make the man pay $500 million just to appeal a dumb decision that Latitia James put a bug in this crooked judge's ear to try to make Donald Trump pay that much money just to appeal. Now, that's the reason why I said the hypocrisy is real. Now, look what they caught Jon Stewart doing, but nobody is saying nothing about it. They saying that Latitia James would not go after Jon Stewart. If you want to say that Donald Trump overvalued his properties, which we all know is a lie. He didn't owe anybody. Didn't nobody say Donald Trump owed anybody nothing. And then a lot of people been coming out saying that Latitia James has Jon Stewart just constantly assaulting Donald Trump. This man has been saying all type of crap about Donald Trump. And they saying that she's in on it, putting a bug in Jon Stewart ear, having them going on air, saying all type of crap and stuff about Donald Trump. But she don't want to call out him for overvaluing his. Now, if you see like the title of this one right here said that Jon Stewart busted for overvaluing his New York home by 829%. Now, this is where Alina Habba, Trump's lawyer, step in and just goes off. I mean, go off on Jon Stewart. Because she like, if you're going to treat Donald Trump like this, even though we know that you lying on Donald Trump, then treat Jon Stewart like this. But she's not going to do that. She's not going to go after Jon Stewart. So we definitely finna go ahead and dive straight into this. Make sure y'all please hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing some more support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you. Like I said, please hit that like button so more people can see how corrupt Latitia James is. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. And like I said, Alina Habba was not playing around.
Jon Stewart, okay? Jon Stewart's story comes out. I think it's a New York Post story, page 11 if you guys want to go to it. Okay, so Jon Stewart found to have overvalued his New York City home, Alina, by 829%.
What?
After labeling Trump's civil case not victimless, Jon Stewart criticized Trump's civil case over inflated property values, stating this has never been prosecuted. In response to experts framing the case as non-harmful, it was revealed that Stewart's Tribeca duplex sold for $17.5 million in 2014, a staggering 829% more than assessed value at $1.882 million. Internet sleuths uncovered Stewart's property history, leading to accusations of hypocrisy. Stewart's penthouse sale price after far exceeded its assessed value, raising questions about his own benefit from overvaluation, with political commentator Tim Pool alleging, did Jon Stewart commit fraud when he sold his penthouse for $17.5 million? If that's the case, Rob, is this the clip or what is this here?
This is a clip of Jon Stewart talking about the civil fraud case and how it's not a victimless case.
Yeah. So how different is this case versus what they're accusing Trump of doing?
I don't even know where to start with this.
You almost turned into Anderson Cooper.
I almost. I'm so angry by watching that. I actually hadn't seen that. I heard the story. It's no different, but the reality is that Trump actually didn't. If anything, his properties were undervalued. He put Doral at a couple, I don't even remember the numbers, but Doral's worth way more than it was on there. I mean, the statements were actually undervalued, and his statements were prepared by an accounting firm, not a small accounting firm, a major accounting firm, who put a cover sheet saying, do your own due diligence, folks, but this is what we estimate we're worth. Just like anybody in New York. It's like, okay, let's even say in some made up land, the numbers were high, which they weren't. Let's say that, okay? Then you got a sheet that says right on the front, excuse me, do your own due diligence. On top of that, who's President Trump going to? Deutsche Bank. He's right. You know what, Jon Stewart, the only thing that was right, you're right. He went to Deutsche Bank. He didn't go to a mom and pop. He went to one of the highest regulated banks to get to get loans that he actually didn't need. It was solely because of, mortgage. It's what you do. It's how you make money. It's better to have a mortgage sometimes when you don't need it. And they got paid off early. They made money.
Yep.
Okay. And who is the victim? Now,
Nobody.
in his case, I want to see what they do with it. Is he going to be investigated for 3 years? Where are you, Tish?
Yeah.
Where you at?
Where you at?
You're going to go after your own? No one is above the law.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yep, exactly.
Show me.
And by the way, we can help her if Letitia James is watching.
That clip should be used in her case against him. By the way, let me help you, Letitia.
Yeah.
You should play that video. I'm sure you'll be allowed to play videos. I'm not, but you will. Let's see it happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. No one is above the law. I can't, when I hear that, the hypocrisy in that statement, show me. 829% over value of his New York City home. And that's a personal profit. Why don't they use the same consumer statute against him like they used against Trump?
Is Jon Stewart actually going to court for this?
No.
Not yet, but I'm happy to assist.
Gotcha.
No, not yet.
No, this is just showing. Assessed was 1.88 or whatever the number, and it sold for 17 or 18 and a half. I think that
They're saying
that was the number.
Look,
We're highlighting the hypocrisy.
it's all hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy.
It is, and again, let's
Double standard.
You nailed it. And let's talk about Jon Stewart for a second. He's a shill for the left. Still, Trump derangement syndrome at the highest. He had to come out of retirement just to talk shit about Trump for this year, for election year, because nobody was watching The Daily Show.
Wait.
Nobody. Let's be honest.
Nobody watches it. Nobody
Period. And that victim that you're talking about, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I hadn't even
talented,
seen it.
I don't watch none of that crap. But that victim, remember the victim list? The victim, Jon Stewart's victim,
Whoever paid that.
lost $4 million on that deal. And you nailed it. Letitia James will help you. He shoots out of New York. The address, he's on New York 11th Ave and 52nd
What is that?
Street.
That's the what? That's
where Jon Stewart's Daily Show, they shoot there.
Oh, okay.
Go get him. Go get him.
She ain't gonna do
at least
it.
I want the people to understand, guys.
That's
it's
taxpayer dollars.
That's
okay,
them.
you want to talk taxpayer dollars? Let's talk taxpayer dollars.
Yeah.
The Trump organization, Donald Trump, creates thousands of jobs.
Yep.
Thousands of jobs. They pay hundreds and hundreds of millions in employment taxes to the state of New York. Do you know what you just did, Tish? You are running businesses. The Trump organization that makes the city money, more money than you will ever make in a judgment.
Yep.
That's year after year. You're pushing businesses out of the state of New York. The Jon Stewarts of the world, the talking heads, the silliness for politics. You are hurting the state of New York because people are watching and who here has not heard from somebody in New York? I'm getting the hell out.
Everybody
The
been
majority of the
saying
people that I've talked about, except
Everybody been saying that they getting out of New York. But is Letitia James going to say anything to Jon Stewart? No, she's not, because he's one of them. He's along with Letitia James and trying to take down Donald Trump. I mean, this man has been saying some ridiculous things, some crazy things about Donald Trump. And Letitia James knows it. She's in with it. She knows she's funding this man to assault Donald Trump the way he is. All of a sudden, Jon Stewart just come out of nowhere and just start wanting to talk about Donald Trump. Everybody trying to get their name up off Donald Trump. So he had a penthouse that's supposed to have been sold around by 1.1 million, but then sold it for 17. But he's sitting on the show trying to talk crap about Donald Trump. Like, come on, man. That's the reason why we say the hypocrisy is real. But we all know Letitia James is not going to do a thing about this. She do not care. She would know Jon Stewart is wrong, but she's not going to prosecute him. She's not going to say nothing about him. But I guarantee you one thing. If Jon Stewart was a Donald Trump supporter, I guaranteed you she would have got him. I guaranteed you if Jon Stewart was a Donald Trump supporter, Letitia James would have came out of nowhere and got him too. I guaranteed it. This is crazy. Over 829%. And then you can hear what Lena Hopper is saying. Letitia James, you remember you said nobody is above the law. If ain't nobody above the law, then do something to Jon Stewart. Do something to him. This is exactly what I think Letitia James is going to do to Jon Stewart. She ain't going to do nothing. She ain't going to do crap about it. She going to let Jon Stewart talk more and more crap about Donald Trump because it fits her narrative. Jon Stewart saying everything that she want him to say. But this is just ridiculous, man. But she want to try to focus on going after Donald Trump, though. And ain't worried about the crimes in New York. Ain't worried about none of that. I said this before. She in the same position as Fannie Willis. They not worried about the crimes going on in their states and nothing. All they worried about is trying to take down Donald Trump. And it's not going to work.
Except for the ones that are in their little bubble that, you know, like Robert De Niro, when they asked him, like, hey, what's up with this crime? The National Guard. He's like, yeah, I don't see it yet because you're guarded.
Your drivers
you're guarded with people with guns. Yeah. So you don't see it. But again, and I've been saying this for a while, Alina, until it spreads and it starts hitting them, like with anything, with the open border, until one of their kids, God forbid, something happens with their kids or their family where an illegal does something to them, then their tune stays the same. But wait until it starts happening to them.
No, but even when that happens, they'll somehow blame Trump.
Oh, for sure.
That's what they do. They'll say, well, Trump didn't finish building the wall.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't he finish building the wall?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to mess around with an election, bring in millions and millions and millions of people illegally so that let's give them all voting rights and let's give them 10 grand.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what? I just went overseas last week. I came in and I go, oh, wait a minute. I have to give my passport to customs? Why?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah. I go, why? And are you going to give me a credit card for 10 grand? I'd like one.
Please.
And a phone.
And a phone. And I would like somebody to get kicked out of a hotel in New York so that I can stay for free.
Yeah, veterans.
Which, by the way,
I can no longer remain.
All right. There we go right there. As y'all can see, Alina Habba just goes out. She's like, Latitia, I mean, you said nobody is above the law. Is you going to do something to Jon Stewart? Is you going to say anything about him? No, you're not. She's not going to do it because she is so concerned about Donald Trump and about trying to lock up and put chains around his properties and all of that. Now you got the entire left trying to cover up for Jon Stewart, trying to cover up for this man. Oh, y'all just trying to take the attention off Trump. This is just ridiculous, man. I mean, come on, man. This is just crazy to me. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? Even though I ain't even going to ask y'all what to think about Letitia James going after Jon Stewart, because she's not going to do that. She's not, because he ain't a Trump supporter. So everything he say, it fits her narrative. So she's just going to look over that. She's going to look over that. But like I said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.